my daughter has really bad allergies. And so, when was the last time you did have a cold?
Magazine here.
Never. Right now, save 40% on carpet, upholstery, air
Like to read magazine stuff?
Highland grout, and natural stone cleaning. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that there was that much dust and dirt in my air duct. Right now, save 40% on all void services.
Hi, Angel. Are you okay, Angel? How you feeling, Angel? How you feeling, Angel?
The hand-scooped strawberry Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich. Free with the purchase of a Super Bacon Cheeseburger combo. Only at Carl's Jr.
It might cause
I've never met him, but he's a nice guy.
Frank is polished. He's got that demeanor, that voice, and he's very deliberate in the way that he delivers the news.
But there's also that humanistic side of him, too. That's what we try to do, is to strike that balance between, okay, here's the stuff you really need to get out the door, and now let's have some fun. Of those 3 men that were injured during yesterday's power plant demolition in Bakersfield, one of them has had to have his leg partially amputated because of the accident. These are images of the implosion taken right as the structures were coming down. This is the Kern Steam power plant. Officials say that the man was standing more than 1,000 feet away from the site when he was hit in both of his legs by shrapnel. We understand the other leg's in bad shape as well. Bakersfield police say 2 of the other victims were treated, but just for minor injuries.
And their closing arguments are scheduled to begin tomorrow morning in the trial of Whitey Bulger. It's week 8 in the trial of the Boston mobster. Bulger faces 32 different counts ranging from racketeering and extortion to murder. With the trial nearing its climax, Bulger's defense has allegedly done little to dispute the crimes of violence stacked against the 83-year-old. Analysts say the best Bulger can hope for is a hung jury or mistrial.
Courtney, an 11-year-old Yemeni girl claiming to be a prospective child bride has created just a social media outrage this weekend. She posted a video on YouTube claiming that her parents were trying to sell her into a marriage. Mohammed Jamjoon talked to the young girl. Take a look.
A young girl stares defiantly into the camera. Her question, shocking, coming as it does from an 11-year-old. Would it make you happy to marry me off? She asks. Nada al-Ahdad accuses her parents of trying to get her married off in exchange for money. She doesn't want to be one of Yemen's child brides, she says. Death would be a better option for me, she declares. The video, a passionate plea on behalf of girls in Yemen, was uploaded to YouTube and quickly went viral. Millions around the world have seen it. A few weeks later, we found Nada living with her uncle in Sana'a. She said she had escaped her immediate family in her hometown of Hodeida. I ran away from marriage, she explains. I ran away from ignorance. I ran away from being bought and sold. Nada told us about the singing group she's a part of, unusual for conservative rural areas in Yemen. She also hopes to get access to a better school in a bigger city. Nada says she asked a friend to make the YouTube video so she could tell the world how tough it is for girls there. I'd rather commit suicide than get engaged, she says forcefully. In deeply tribal Yemen, the issue of child marriage is extremely complicated. Human rights groups say more than half of all young girls there are wedded before age 18, most of them to older men. And while many activist groups and politicians have tried to change the law, a bill drafted to establish a minimum age for marriage was blocked by conservatives. However, soon after the video was made, questions began to surface. Did Nada's story add up? Was she really being pressured to get married? Acting with a leading child welfare organization, the Interior Ministry took Nada and placed her in a women's shelter. A CNN crew gained exclusive access as the parties in the drama came face-to-face in a stormy session over the weekend. Facing her parents, Nada answers allegations her story may have been made up. Why do you believe them and don't believe me, she asks. The arbiter in the negotiations is one of Yemen's leading women's rights activists, Ramziya al-Iriani, Nada's temporary guardian. I don't care about what's best for the mom or dad or uncle, al-Iriani says, just what's best for the girl. Nada and her uncle maintain their story is true. Her parents repeatedly stress they have no intention to marry her off. Still, just where the truth lies is hard to determine.
Finally, we got
In
his
an
CGN on.
extraordinary moment, Nada asks for something few in the room are expecting. In the countryside, there's no English classes. There's no computer classes, she says. Please let me stay in Sana'a and study here. All she wants, apparently, is a chance at a better life. And she might get it. At the end of the session, they have an agreement. The entire family, parents and uncle included, are going to move into the house of another relative in Sana'a to see if they can work it all out together.
And Mohammed tells us that women's rights activists say that they hope that the interest in Nada's video will shed light on the problem of child brides throughout
Usually, if he's
They say
just
that
like any
attitudes
infection, like it would have
are
shown already, like
beginning
within
a
the first 8 hours or
starting
something.
to shift there.
It's an intense story, and so is this one. A Florida school bus driver won't face any charges after a brutal attack of a student on his bus. And we have to
Especially
warn
when it's
you,
in like a
this
line like
video
that,
is
right?
pretty
Because it like
graphic.
immediately goes through like everywhere.
Gulfport police say three 15-year-olds attacked a 13-year-old after the boy told school officials about their offer to sell him pot. The bus driver, John Moody, says he was helpless and could not stop a 3-on-1 fight.
Sometimes I know, like with intense situations, there was blood was coming out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on the plus side, even though it's scary,
It was coming on the floor.